Hi, my name is Larvi and welcome on this tutorial. I will be your teacher to show you how to install Odoo for $5 a month on Digital Ocean. Welcome on Larvizar. First of all, you need to create a Digital Ocean account. You can use the affiliate link below the video in the description to get $100 credit using my affiliate link. Once you have created your account, you're gonna get on the digital account dashboard. I'm gonna log in on my account using GitHub. Once you are connected, gonna create a new project. You can name it My ERP and enter in description ERP using Odoo. Let's in our case use just trying out Digital Ocean, otherwise we can set another purpose. In this case, it's asking me if I want to move other resources. I'm gonna skip this. Now we're gonna create a new droplet. So for our configuration, we're gonna have to choose an Ubuntu 18.04 distribution of Linux, and let's keep our plan as a starter plan, and we can go look for the $5 per month account. We can choose then the data center you want to relate your droplet to. The closest to your area would be the best. In my case, it would be Toronto. And we can keep the authentication to SSH that will secure our connection to our droplet using SSH keys that we will generate later. And we can keep it to one droplet. We need to select a new SSH key. So to select a new SSH key, we can click on new SSH. We can go on our terminal, and by typing SSH key, you can generate a new SSH key, and you can name it or to a specific file. So in my case, I'm gonna generate it in this file. As I already have one, I will call it 3. Can also add a passphrase so we can secure our SSH key. And if I display my public SSH key, be careful to not give your private SSH key. You have to give your public SSH key. Using cat, I can display my SSH key and copy it. I'm gonna pass it here. Let's name it my SSH key and add it. Once this is done, we can create our droplet. Now that our droplet is created, we want to SSH to our droplet. We can also open the droplet here. Let's come back to our terminal, clear all this, and SSH to our droplet using root @ and we can copy the IP address of the droplet, pass it, type yes, type our key password, and if you want to automatically unlock it, click on it. Now we are on our droplet. There is another way to connect to the Droplet is by clicking on console. Here you can type your root login, and the password should have been sent to you by email. So you can visit this installation tutorial. I will link it below, and you can access the script. So we're gonna go back to our Droplet. We're gonna use sudo wget the script, and we want to check if our script is configured right to use installation for Odoo community. This is by checking the variable is enterprise equals false. This script was created by Yenthe van Ginneken, and we are following his tutorial on his blog post for installation of Odoo 11, but that works very well with Odoo 13. All I did is actually use the link over here and checked if there was a new script for Odoo 13, and by comparing the two scripts you can see that it's doing the same steps, but using version 13 of Odoo over here. So once this is checked, we can quit our installation script, and now we're gonna execute the script. But first we need to change the mode on the file to be able to use bash chmod +x odoo install. Now we can execute the script. Once the script is over, you can come back to your dashboard and copy your Droplet IP address, and we're gonna access our installation using port 8069. We can come back to our terminal, and here you can see that it generated a password super admin. You can copy the password super admin to create a new database. So I create a new database called my ERPDB with an email. I'm going to use my email to manage this installation and associate it with a password. This will give us an admin account. You can optionally give a phone number, and you can select your country, and we can, in this case, create a database with demo data or not by clicking create database. It will start creating a database. And now we have access to our Odoo ERP installation. We can, for example, install the CRM. Now let's see how to configure our Droplet so that we don't have to access port 8069, and make sure that our Nginx service redirects automatically port 8069 to port 80, so we can type directly the IP address. And then we'll purchase a domain name and make sure that this domain name points to our IP. And also we'll see how to secure our domain name using Let's Encrypt SSL certificate. So now let's redirect our port 8069 to port 80. Thanks to Shane Piper on his YouTube video, I'm gonna share below. So what we're gonna do first is make sure that we have Nginx installed. And normally it should have been installed by the previous after that we're gonna we're gonna first go to the directory in Nginx sites available, and we're gonna edit the default file. You'll see that it's listening on port 80. So we have to locate first the location, and here we're gonna replace this block with this piece of code here. Once we've done this, we're gonna close and save. Let's check the syntax. So we have a unknown directive here, proxy HTTP header version. Let's fix this. So it's proxy HTTP version without the header. Let's save this and type Nginx -t again to check the syntax. Here we have successful. Now let's reload Nginx. So if we go to our page here and open it on port 80, it should work. Perfect. Let's purchase a domain name. We can visit HostGator registered domain, and we can look for a domain name for our Odoo, ERP Odoo training .online. So here we have a $2 domain name. I'm gonna remove the privacy protection, continue to checkout. As I already have an account with HostGator, I'm gonna check out with this account. Let's place our order. Great. Now we can redirect our in domains. We're gonna look for our domain name, and once the provisioning is finished, we're gonna redirect our domain name to the Digital Ocean Nameservers. Once your domain name is processed, now we can redirect our domain name to the name servers of Digital Ocean. So to do so, we can go to name servers on your hosting service provider, and if we go back to my ERP in the Droplet on Digital Ocean, here if we click on dots in the project on Droplets, we can add a domain here. So we can type our domain name over here. Select the droplet we want to associate it to, and add domain. Now we need, as explained, to copy the name servers. So we're going to replace this first one with ns1.digitalocean.com and the second one ns2.digitalocean.com, and save the name servers. This might take like 24 hours to 48 hours before it's fully propagated. To check if the domain new DNS information has changed, we can go and visit our domain name. And we see that it has pointed directly to our new domain name. Now we want to install an encryption with Let's Encrypt so we can have a secure website with SSL. To do so, we're gonna go to the terminal again, and first of all, we are gonna install certbot. Once certbot Nginx is installed, we're gonna first make sure in our Nginx default file that we have replaced the server name with the correct server name, which would be our domain name. So instead of the underscore, we're gonna paste our domain name. In my case, it's ERP Odoo Training Online. We're gonna save. We can check the syntax again. Successful. So now we need to allow Nginx to certain services. If we check UFW statuses, we can see that it's inactive. I'm gonna double check also if IPv6 is active, and we can see up here it's active. Yes. Let's allow Nginx full. It displays rules updated. If we enable UEFW, let's check the status. Oh, it's anywhere. Let's do the same for OpenSSH. And if we check the status again, we see that it's activated for all Nginx full and OpenSSH. Now, last thing is to execute certbot from Let's Encrypt, so we can add our domain name and make it secure. Tap certbot --nginx -d, and then you put your domain name. I'm going to use this email address. Ask, please read the terms. I'm going to agree. Would you be willing to share your email address with Electronic Frontier Foundation partner? I say no. Here, choose whether or not to redirect HTTP traffic to HTTPS, removing HTTP access. We would like to use the second option, so we can always use HTTPS on our website, make everything secure. And then when it's finishing, you'll see a congratulations message with your successful enabled SSL certificate. So we can now check if it's secure. Can visit our domain name, ERP Odoo Training Online. Here you can see that connection is secure. Now we have access to the CRM on ERP Odoo Training Online. Thank you for following this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell to receive the newest videos from Narbizar. Goodbye.